So your offer just got accepted. Congratulations. But what happens next? A lot of buyers aren't sure. So let me walk you through the process here in New York, step by step. The first thing you'll want to do is schedule a home inspection, and you'll want to do this quickly, ideally within a day or two. Why the rush? Because until you're in contract, another buyer can still come along with a better offer. I see this happen too often. Buyers don't realize how urgent this stage is, especially here on Long Island where there's a real shortage of homes. Move fast. The inspection itself usually takes 2 hours or more, and I highly recommend you be there for it. This is your chance to walk through the home with a professional and really learn about the property you're buying. The inspector will typically deliver the report the next day. You and your agent will go through it together to identify any major issues. I've got a whole separate video on how to read an inspection report. Check that out. If there are problems, you've got a few options. You can renegotiate the price, ask for a credit toward repairs, or have the seller fix the issue. One important note, any repair has to be done by a licensed professional. Attorneys will want to see proof of the repair, including an invoice with the license number. So you can't have your cousin's uncle patch it up unless he happens to be a licensed pro. Next comes the contract. In New York, both the buyer and the seller retain their own attorneys. The going rate runs about $1,500 to $2,000, and trust me, it's well worth it. The attorneys work out all the details of the sale. Once that's done, the buyer signs the contract first and puts down a deposit. That deposit goes into the seller's attorney's escrow account where it's held safely until closing. After the buyer signs and the deposit is in, the seller signs. And at that point, congratulations, you are officially in contract. Now, a few things start happening at once. Your attorney orders a title report. This makes sure there are no claims or liens against the seller or the property, basically confirming the seller has a clean right to sell. At the same time, if you need a loan, you'll submit all your financial information to your lender. Lenders generally need anywhere from 30 days on the fast end to about 60 days on average to clear the loan. Somewhere in here, usually a couple of weeks in, once the loan looks viable, the lender will send an appraiser to the home. Good news, you don't need to be there for the appraisal, and the same goes for a survey if one's needed. Once your loan is clear and the title is clear, you're ready to close, you'll head to the closing table, and your attorney will tell you exactly how to bring the remaining funds, usually in the form of a bank check. And one last tip, if you're not getting a loan, if you're paying cash, the whole process moves much faster since there's no lender and no appraisal to wait on. And that's the road from accepted offer to closing here in New York. Take it step by step, lean on your agent and attorney, and you'll get to the finish line.